In the past few months, we have seen naysayers exerting endless effort to discredit EV adoption, but clearly their efforts are not working. With the rising EV sales, it is clear that this group represents a small but also diminishing subset of car buyers in the United States. The general population wants to transition to electric vehicles, but of course they are too proud to admit that. So what do? They have invented a new claim which sounds reasonable on the surface, but when you probe it further, you find out that it actually lacks merit. They are saying that the government is forcing people to buy electric vehicles. Nothing can be further from the truth, and I'm gonna prove it to you. Hello and welcome. I am Steven, and this is the Electric Options. I am an EV optimist, and if you like content that promote EV adoption, give this video a thumbs up now before you forget. And while you're there, press that little subscribe button. Thank you very much. If you listen to the arguments from those that oppose electric vehicle adoption, they constantly make the claim that government is pushing EVs down the throats of citizens who do not necessarily need electric vehicles. They cite things like subsidies, incentives, mandates, etc. They are saying if EVs are such a great product with such a huge market appeal, shouldn't they be selling without government intervention in terms of incentives, subsidies, etc.? Isn't this what a free market economy is all about? Letting the market decide which products are going to survive, which products are not going to survive. Now, this is an interesting point because most people might not realize, but actually gasoline, diesel, and all those petroleum products are actually heavily subsidized in the US. But that's not my point today. My point is, ask yourself the question, who is government? Now, this is not a politics commentary channel, but my understanding is that government is made up of individuals that are elected in a popular vote to carry out policies which the majority of the population in that jurisdiction agree with. Otherwise, if that government doesn't do that, it's going to lose the next election. And as far as I know, there is no country in the Western world today that is governed by people who seize power through military coups or vote rigging or any such unlawful means. My point here is the majority of the population which elected these individuals into government are actually happy with the policies that these elected officials are implementing, including EV incentives, etc. Otherwise, explain to me, how is it that every election cycle we elect people who do not scale back on EV adoption policies? In fact, on the contrary, they add more and more incentives as the years go by. How can you explain that if the majority of the voters do not agree with these policies? This is why I think we should not accept the EV naysayers talking line, especially when they say that the majority of the people don't want electric vehicles, they want gasoline-powered vehicles. It's not true. In reality, the EV naysayers are actually a minority group. They just happen to speak the loudest. I'm ready to hear your side. Let me know if you agree with my thought process or you don't agree with my thought process. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below.